sitting in your room making beats isn't like won't get you anywhere.
Really?
You know,
Oh, okay.
go. You can that's like the most least like the least important.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's good? What's good?
Yeah, what's good? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Okay, awesome, man. Yeah, well, thanks for your dad for setting this up, by the way.
Oh no problem. I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, man, tell me, where are you at? You look like you're in the studio.
Nah, man, I'm actually in my room right now.
The red lights, that's your room?
Yeah, I have like LED lights in my room. So
Where I
that's just
feel you. Do you make
yeah.
music in your room?
Yeah. I make actually like majority of my music in my room.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because every producer I've talked to, they're like, yeah, I can't make music without lights. Like, there has to be lights there. So I don't know. It's kind of funny, but yeah, man, it's nice to talk to you. So like, kind of like, yeah, let me know who you are. What do you do?
So I'm the Genius. I'm a 17-year-old music producer, and I've been making beats for 9 years now.
9 years.
So, yeah.
Hold
So
on,
basically,
wait, hold on. So you're 17 right now, so 9 years. What the heck? So you've been making beats since how long ago? Like what age?
since I was 8.
Bro, that's insane. Continue, yeah, continue.
Yeah. So basically, how I got started was my dad was making music back in the day, and it was more of like I was seeing what he was doing. I was just curious. My younger self was just walked in. I was like, what are you doing, right? And he showed me what it was, and like I was like, this is actually kind of sick. And then like I was kind of just doing it as a hobby. And when I turned like 13, I was like, like this is like I actually want to do this for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So I came to the conclusion of that, and I just been working really hard since then.
Yeah.
Perfect craft.
That's crazy. So like, who are some of the people that you've produced for so far that you're proud of?
I've worked with Tory Lanez, Killy, Pee Wee Longway, and
Dope.
John Yukon, just to name a few.
Very awesome, dude. Very awesome. So 13, when you were 13, you want to take this seriously. What about school? Like, did you at one point decide like, hey, man, I'm gonna like drop out of school, or like, how was that?
So like I'm not really fond of school, as like, I don't feel like school is the way my life should go, like into that route. But I kind of just talked to my dad and my mom about it, and they were cool with it. They had to see like results.
Yeah.
I can't just be doing anything without. I can't say I want to do something and then not have anything brought forth to show them, okay, I want to do this for the rest of my life. So I came to the conclusion of that.
Good point.
And,
What? Yeah.
Post-secondary at all. I'm not going to university or college.
What was it about school that you actually didn't like?
Well, I just didn't like the aspect of being told, or not even being told, but I feel like school gave me such like limited options. Like I didn't want to do science. I didn't want to do math. I never liked English, and like the fact that my life was just stuck in like that same realm of stuff I didn't want to do. There's so many people and like so many kids that they don't want to do school. They just don't have another option. They don't know what to do. So I just wanted to make music for the rest of my life. I didn't like school about like just the work, and it's just boring. Like it's not entertaining.
Yeah.
It's not like me making music. I can go and make music for 12 hours straight, and like I won't feel burnt out or worked out. But if I do school for 6 hours a day, I'm at the end of the day I'm like, oh my god, this sucked.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I totally feel you on that. I like my stance is like similar. It's not exactly the same, but like for me, for example, I did like these one-off interviews with artists and stuff while I was in school, and then and I was like, oh, you know what, journalism in school, that's like that ties into school, right? But then now it's like I want to create my own media outlet, and like, do I need school for that? Like it's kind of like like you kind of think about it for a second. It's like I am in school right now though, but I guess like. I have brown parents. They just want me to get my degree, and like, it's like that. But no, I totally feel you. There's at times as well. I kind of think is school really the right option. But so what time did you drop out of school? What grade was it?
I didn't. I'm still in school currently.
Oh, okay, you are.
Yeah. I'm finishing high school and then I'm done for school.
Dude, you're in high school?
Yeah, I'm in grade 12 right now.
That is okay. Well, let me just say props to you because the names that you told me you work with at that age. That's sick.
Thank you. I
That's sick.
appreciate
Yeah, I'm 19 by the way, so it's not that big of an age gap, but still,
it.
17 years old. That's big props to you. So so tell me about like so okay, so you work with Tori and stuff, but how do you like find the needs of the artists that you're working for? Do you like show them a couple instruments? Like, do you just play a bunch of your beats? Like, how does that work?
So like, I'll I'll usually I never go into like a session blindly. Like I'll never go into a session and be like, okay, I know nothing about this person.
Mm-hmm.
I'll like dive into the music and see what their style is like, you know, how they rap and stuff, and then like I'll like come up with beats and beats that I've already made, or I'll make more beats of stuff I feel is tailored towards them, and then I'll just play them in the studio and they'll take them. It's
Yeah.
basically. Yeah.
How do you know what's like tailored towards someone? Do you like before sessions? Do you just listen to a bunch of their music or like?
Yeah, like I'll like listen to their music and just see see what style they rap, and I'll play a variety of stuff. I'll play the stuff I feel like's for them, and I'll also play the stuff I feel like isn't, because you never know what the type of vibe the artist is on at the time, you know.
Yeah.
So that.
So for example, Killy. Let's say Killy invites you to the studio. Like, what are you going in like playing for him? You know, like what kind of stuff?
I play everything. I play everything. I usually when I first started working with him, I played stuff that I thought he liked, and most of the stuff that he took from me was the stuff that I didn't think he would go on, and all the beats that I would make as like a Killy beat was like never a beat that he would ever take. It was more like the beats that weren't a Killy beat to me.
And did any of those end up like him actually using it?
Yeah, a lot of them. So one of the songs I did with him called "Never Let Up," it was more like it wasn't really a beat for him per se. Like it was like one of the beats I just kind of had I made the same day,
Really?
and I just played it for him, and he liked it.
I mean, it does really fit with the theme of his album, though. By the way, that's probably my favorite song off the album, so that's sick. But that does fit with the theme of his album, you know?
Yeah, it did. It really did.
So it's kind of like a coincidence that it wasn't for him, but no, really, that seems like the most Killy song possible to me. Yeah, could just be a coincidence. But so you work with Killy on that, and then was it just you and Killy, or was there another producer?
Yeah, it was me and Wonder Girl.
Oh, Wonder Girl, that's awesome, dude. I love Wonder Girl.
Yeah, I work with Wonder Girl a lot. Like, that's family. So.
How did you meet? Wait, like legit family, or like how did you meet her?
Like not related.
Okay.
Like but I met her. So my dad like DM'd her or something. Like introduced me to her in DM, and like she was like, we got a session together, and then like since then it was just me and her just been working a lot. It's been like 2 years now.
And she's pretty young as well, right? How old is she? Do you know?
She's turning 22 this year.
Oh, okay, yeah. So like still kind of young, but like that's cool. You know, like it's better to have like the people that are like kind of similar to you around you, like same age and whatnot. Yeah, that's dope, man. I think so for me, so like I did a lot of interviews and stuff, but I think the big problem for me when I just turned 19, so when I was like 17 or 18 was like I couldn't get into clubs, you know, and like I don't like drink or anything or any of that. I just like I want to go there to like network with artists or managers. So don't you face the same problem right now? Like you can't get into clubs.
Yeah, there's a lot of times like sometimes I'll go to a concert and like I'll be on like the guest list like for the VIP to go upstairs, and they won't like allow me to go back there because I'm not 19. And same with like backstage and stuff. Like I went to for example, I went to Vancouver, and Killy had a show there, and the security there wasn't letting me go backstage to the green room, even though like I had like the wristband to go back there. I was just underage. I was 16 at the time. So. Oh
man, this was at Fortune, right?
Yeah, was that Fortune? I don't remember the name of the nightclub.
Okay.
But yeah.
So
sure it was Fortune.
What do you do about that then? Because like as a producer and especially as an artist, like if you're in the music industry, you need to be in these clubs, the backstage places, you know. So like, what do you do to get around that?
I honestly I go there with I go there in the back of my mind that I know like I might not have a chance of getting backstage, you know. So there's always gonna be people that I'll know at these events that might not be backstage and stuff. So I'll interact with them and such. But even after the show, like I'll still go like see Killy or whatever, and like different people. So
yeah. What I'm thinking is like, so you're saying that, and like you've made songs with Killy and stuff, but I don't think people know like when you were just making music on your own, and then now Killy. Like, what happened between then, where you actually network so much with these artists? Because it requires a lot of hustle, and like I want to know how you actually met all these people.
It honestly, like a lot of the relationship, like a lot of the people that I've met in the industry was kind of like I was working with somebody, and then that person introduced me to this person, and then this person introduced me to this person. It's just a matter of like maintaining like the really good routine of just working with someone, because like you just have to trust your gut feeling of if my gut feeling tells me I want to work with this artist, then it always ends up to be going to like good places. So I was just working with a bunch of different artists enough time, and one of them knew Killy, and I ended up doing a song with Killy back in September of last year called Regular Days. It was like a
Regular Days. Yeah, I don't think I remember that one, no.
Yeah, but he got a feature on that song, and then like through there we just interacted. Like I DM'd him. I was like, I produced this song. He's like, the beat's sick. Then we just got a session in, and made songs. That's it. Really after that.
Cool. Yeah.
This is all about working. It's literally like it's such a simple concept to like understand, but like it's the hardest part about it to people is like applying yourself. A lot of people know what it takes, to be like successful and like work hard. It's just it's a difference between the people that know and the people that like do it. So you just have to do it. Like it's very simple.
Dude, I 100% agree with you. Yeah, no, I feel you. I like the way that you're thinking of networking as well, and like that's just so important nowadays, like to network with people. A lot of like artists or managers tend to kind of like overlook younger people. Do you think that's true or not?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of people that try to pull like a fast one, like on the business side of things. Like they'll try to lowball me,
like finesse a beat or something.
Yeah, and they'll think like oh, I'm so nice to this person. They'll be so nice to me, and the business side of stuff won't be there. They'll try to cover up them being nice and being good people as like a way of finessing me or lowballing me in that sense. And I feel like I don't really know like if I get overlooked, because the people that like overlook me, I don't know if they overlook me because they overlook me,
Yeah, so, true.
Yeah.
True.
So like I don't really care about those people, because regardless of who you are, what you do, everybody gets overlooked by certain people for certain things that they do, so like some people might get overlooked for being too old, some people would be 30 making beats, so I don't really use that as like a crutch.
If anything, I think it's an well, just because I'm really young, I think it's an advantage, but then at the same time it's like I've been in so many situations where I've been overlooked, and I had this class, like this communications course, and like the whole course is so boring, but there's one part that like stuck out to me where we had a class about how people like nowadays, like young people, are working for free so often, and it's just like necessary in order to get a job. How like what's your opinion on that? How long do you think like people our age like have to work for free, and internships and things like that, unpaid internships?
I feel like you should like know your worth, If you feel like you should be getting paid like for what you do, then by all means go ahead and try and get paid, but like you can't go into like something and like be an entrepreneur and not expect to be doing some sort of work for free, because how are you gonna expect someone to pay for you if you're like low and there's someone that's like high, like they can pay for you?
Like so there's some sort of value that you have to like show them, and like
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you know, for example, if you want to get a job, sometimes you have to do like volunteer work before that to get the job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. You know, it's the way the world works. You know.
Yeah, no, totally. I feel you on that. Yeah, it's just something like kind of cool to think about. But true, know your worth. That's a good piece of advice.
Yeah.
Um, yo, I searched your name up on YouTube and I saw like this. It was like this video of you like super young. It was like I guess you're just like promoting yourself.
Yeah.
Do you know what
Yeah.
I'm
I know
talking
what
about?
you're talking about. Yeah.
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 Do you ever look
Yeah.
back at that and be like, oh, that was kind of cringe?
Yeah. Like it was like, you know, I'm happy that video exists. You know.
Yeah.
It's gonna be there forever, and like I'll be like 30 one day and just look back at it like, damn, I was 11.
But at the end of the day, it's just so cool, man. Just
Yeah.
like when you look back at it when you're 30 and like you're like, damn, I was hustling when I was 11, when I was 12, when I was 13. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, that's just it's dope. So you said you've been to Vancouver a couple times. I'm
Yeah.
I'm actually from Surrey, which is like the Brampton, and then there's like Vancouver. You know, so
Okay.
yeah. So with Vancouver, it's like there's not many artists that have blown up from here. At least, okay, there's like Sunreal, but I don't know if that really counts. But um, you know, you're right. You know, you shouldn't use your city as like a crutch. But have you seen any potential in artists from Vancouver, or like have you even worked with them?
Uh, I went to a Breakout Festival in Vancouver in June.
Oh, so
And
the summer one, yeah.
yeah, the summer one, and there was a lot of dope artists there. You know, like it's just a matter of, you know, if they have like a sick song, I can just blow up. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I definitely see potential in like quite a few artists down there. Like Manila Gray is pretty sick to me. Like,
Yep.
I like the music.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think they're the ones that are bound to blow up if anyone's gonna blow up.
yeah.
I was my homie was actually playing me his album the other day, and I think you might know him. His name is McAvoy, and he told me about you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I actually produced I produced the intro on McAvoy's album.
The one that
So
just came out.
yeah, these are the moments. Yeah, that's my guy.
Awesome.
He's
Yeah, I really like the intro.
he's
Yeah,
fun.
dope. Do you have like anything that you could tell kids who are like a bit younger than you, maybe the same age as you, who want to get into producing music?
Like just keep working. Like it's not gonna be like happening overnight. Like it took me I'd say 5 years maybe to get my first like big placement of producing.
Mm-hmm.
5-6 years. So
That's a
you know
long
you
time.
have to keep. You can't like if you figure out a way to like develop a routine of you making beats and, you know, networking yourself is the best thing. The best thing I could probably tell you is that sitting in your room making beats won't get you anywhere.
Really?
You know,
Oh, okay.
go. You can, you know, that's like the least important part.
Mm.
Make sure your music is sick, you know, and all of that. But going out and like going to events and seeing an artist is like 100 million times better than DMing him. You know, because
Really? Okay.
if you go to there's a separation between people who will DM an artist. Now, an artist will just scroll. You know, this guy's DMing me, another producer.
Mm.
There's a difference between those people who DM and those people who actually go out in person and see the artist and be like, oh, you know, my name is so and so.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. I have some beats for you. You know, artists will remember that face and remember that you went out of your way to see him and approach him with, you know, a business venture, you know.
But you know the thing is like some people, how are they gonna get to these artists? Like some of these artists are so big, how can they get in front of them, pass the security, and then say what you're saying?
Well, like there's so many there's like tons of like album release parties, you know. There's tons of events that are all ages. Like Adidas has events all the time that are all ages. There's you might not want to. You can focus on, you know, big artists, or you can focus on an artist. You know, you got to use your knowledge and see, okay, maybe this is an artist that's like on the rise. Like, you know,
Yes.
he's getting cosigns from big artists, but nobody really knows him yet. You know, those artists are sick too, because there's for every big artist there is, they already have a producer. You know, they already have a sick producer.
Mm.
So, you know, you don't want to to put yourself in a filled room, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Like if there's like, you know, let's just say if there's a pie right here, and half of the pie was for the artist, half of the other half of the pie was for the artist's producer.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to try and cut into, you know, the producer side of the pie, you know.
Yep.
You want to find an artist that doesn't have a producer or is not like looking for one, and just, you know, build with him.
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta go out and do that, you know.
True.
DMs only get you so far, and relationships only get you so far when you're only talking to someone on the internet. Because
Mm-hmm.
people talk to people on the internet all the time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to go out.
Well, on that point, what if there's someone who's just like you, but they don't live in Toronto, you know? They don't live in Ontario. They live in, like, I don't know, Kentucky. I don't know, wherever. Then what are they supposed to do? Isn't the DM kind of the only way to go?
Well, you know, you have to. You can use both. You know, you can DM artists, and you know, there's so much music. There's sick artists from, you know, every location in the world. You know, Kentucky, like you said, Kentucky has Jack Harlow. You know, he's sick, and like, yeah, there's so many artists that, like, in every city there's like a sick artist. There's not one city I feel like that has like an artist that's like okay. And you know, if you're in a location where, if you're in a location where, like, for example, if you're in Toronto and you're all the way in like Bowmanville, or like so far, like 40-50 minutes away, 2 hours away from like the actual downtown core, you have to find a way. Like, you know, when there's a will and when you really want to do something, there's a way. You
Mm-hmm.
have to find it.
Mm-hmm. I can't tell you the amount of times I've heard that. Yeah. Yeah.
So you have to.
Yeah, no, definitely. I honestly feel like I'm talking to myself. Yeah, I really like that advice you're giving, and like the thing is, I was thinking, oh, okay, I seen your page, and I was like, maybe I should wait until this guy comes to Vancouver and we can do like a cook up kind of video, right? But then I'm like, you know, like there's actually so many people that are doing the same thing. Like a bunch of media outlets already do that.
Yeah.
And now that I think of it, it's like I never really asked you a question right now about your producing style and, like, you know, what kind of beats you make. Because, like, the word that I would use to describe you is just, like, work ethic, you know?
Yeah.
And I think, like you said, like, once you go in front of a producer and then you see, like, hey, my name is this, and so, it's like, that just reminds me of you. Like, I think your main thing is work ethic. And if people, especially kids, if they can take anything away from this, it's literally all the points you made about, you know, just working hard and, like, you know, like, hustling and, like, getting to that artist. So,
yeah,
commend you on that. And yeah, just, keep hustling, man. I can't wait to see who you produce for next. Whether it's Drake, whether it's Travis Scott, whoever my favorite artists are, man, I can't wait.
I also can't wait, man. You just gotta keep it going. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I'm a DM you, like, right after this, okay?
Okay, yeah. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
See ya, man.
See ya.
Yo, thank you so much for watching that FaceTime video with Jenius. It was very special because not only is he Canadian, but he's 17 years old. And, like, these are the type of people that I'm trying to show you guys, and hopefully you get inspired by them. So follow both of us on Instagram at KidsTakeOverIG and at Genius Level. And of course, watch the last video we did. It was a one-on-one interview with Toby Lou, my favorite interview that I've ever done. And of course, subscribe to the channel because it'll notify you when new videos are out, and you should subscribe.